And here we are live in Facebook, in the Soul Center Success group, in LinkedIn and YouTube, as well as Instagram and TikTok. So, welcome everybody. Today, we are going to be talking about energy and how energy is a key component in how actually it will help you uh, just eliminate completely your limiting beliefs and break to the glass ceiling. So I'm just gonna make sure I'm live here, and just give me 1 second. Yep, here we are. Awesome. So if you are here, just let me know in the comments that you're here. Say hi, and we'll get going. So I like to think about energy. I'm going to give you a very, very graphic example. Energy is like taking a snake tool and unplugging your toilet, right? Because what happens is that you literally, hey, Harriet, nice to meet you. What happened is that when you have energetic blocks, it just clogs everything in your system. And I'm going to tell you in a second how these blocks occur. And then unless you like punch it and go really straight at it, it's very hard to eliminate. So this is how everything happens. Let's start with factual information. You think about 70,000 thoughts a day. And these thoughts are mostly repetitive. In fact, the University of New Hampshire did a study, and 95% of the thoughts that you think every day are the same ones that you thought yesterday. And here's where it gets kind of depressing, unless you have the tools to fix it, and is that 80% of these thoughts are negative. So when you do the math, you have a little over 50,000 negative repetitive thoughts a day. Yikes, right? So what happens is, because your thoughts produce your emotions, and your emotions, especially the bad emotions, produce the bad vibration. That bad vibration eventually becomes an energetic block. So these blocks can eventually even become physical disease. So not is. So I'll tell you an example. So many years ago, I went to Bali during Mother's Day. That was my Mother's Day gift to myself. I wanted to go to this retreat. And so I went. But I have so much guilt. This was before I discovered self-love. I have so much guilt because I left my kids with their dad for Mother's Day, that I started getting like numbness in my arm. And I had no clue what was happening, right? So I just had guilt, and it was so intense. And being in Bali, we went to see a healer. And this healer asked me right away, what else are you numbing in your body? And it just clicked immediately that what I was numbing was the guilt. And the minute I addressed the guilt, that was it. The numb went away. The numbness went away. So that tells you how your thoughts, I'm here thinking to myself, what a horrible mom I am because I don't deserve to go take care of myself and do something nice for myself, because that means that I'm abandoning my children. And those are the thoughts that I had, and it created such an energetic block in my heart that it started manifesting in the physical world. So even, right, if you only have thoughts in one area, let's say, which that's not true, we all have bad thoughts about everything, right? But let's say that you have money concerns or worries, then your root chakra gets blocked. If you have anything related to sexuality, maybe you had some trauma there, then your sacral chakra gets blocked. If you have self-worth issues, or you don't trust other people, maybe your solar plexus is blocked. Most likely your heart chakra is blocked, because we all have. And then if you haven't been able to speak your truth, or share your thoughts with the world, your throat chakra chakra gets blocked, and so on, right? And so even if only one of the chakras is the main contributor to these energetic blocks that you have, because it's an energetic highway, one car accident just creates this horrible traffic jam. And so as a consequence, all your other chakras get blocked. And let's face it, your dominant vibration attracts your reality, right? I don't know if you're aware of this, but everything you want because you think that by having it, you'll be happier. Can you agree with that? If you do, say amen in the comments. So everything you want is because you think that by having it, you'll be happy. And so what happens is the happiness vibrates at 540 hertz out of 700 in the scale. So the scale goes like 0 to 700, and happiness sits at around 540. So here's where the shocking news comes. Neutrality means I am not frustrated or mad or angry or depressed or sad or any of those lower vibrations. Sits at 250. That is a pretty big jump from happiness. And last time I checked, even a neutrality is basically impossible to manifest the money, the love, the job, the business success, the things that you want in life. It's too far out. And this is when it gets even worse. Most of humanity vibrates at 175 hertz, which is pretty low. It's around frustration. So what do? And so here's what energy comes to save the day. I am a firm believer, and this is what I use with my clients, my one-on-one clients, that in order to get everything you want, in order to break through that glass ceiling, in order to manifest, the money, the love, everything, right? You need a combination of energy and mindset. But here is where most people get it wrong. I truly believe that you need energy first, because the highway is already jammed. That pipe is already clogged. It doesn't matter where you are in your journey. You have energetic blocks, because we all do. We have gone through life. We had trauma, little traumas, big traumas. It doesn't matter. It clogs your chakras. And so what you have to do first is to unclog that pipe. So then with mindset techniques, you can maintain the openness of that highway. If this is making sense to you, let me know in the comments. Also, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. So when it comes to how energy works, I'm going to demystify it, because you might be apprehensive to try energy healings, not knowing exactly how it works. There is different modalities for energy. There, you probably have heard of Reiki, and there's many other ones. The one that I use is called GeoLove, and it really uses sacred geometry and a whole lot of love to help you shift anything you want. So the way sacred geometry works is that everywhere where you look around, you'll see geometric forms. Even your DNA is made of geometric forms. And so these sacred geometry figures, let's call it, hold so much energy that helps you heal and transform things in your body to the DNA level. So with that, we add the fact that when you have spiritual gifts, you can connect to source energy. And this can be God, it could be the universe. It's whatever you want it to be, but it's an entity of love. And so when I'm doing an energy healing, I'm not using my power or my energy to heal you. I am connecting to God, source energy, asking them, your guides, my guides, and God, to help me release the blocks that you have right now that are ready to be released. And that is the very key component, that are ready to be released, because you, one, might have lessons that you still have to learn. And until you learn it, if we release those blocks, I'm actually doing a disservice for you, because you have to learn those lessons. But secondly, it's like an onion. There's always layers coming out, right? So you first release the outer layers of the onion so you can actually handle the expansion that you're going to have, energetically speaking, once you are free of those blocks. Imagine that your energy has been constrained in this little tiny box because that pipe, that energetic highway has been clogged. And now all of a sudden, we're going to make that pipe bigger, right? And all this flow of energy coming from God and from Earth, because there's two sources of energy going, creating your electromagnetic frequency. We have to make sure it's such that you can hold it, right? And so that, with the sacred geometry, different shapes help with different things. Some shapes are for activation, some shapes are for healing, some shapes are for unblocking particular chakras. And I have downloaded intuitively what to use for each of the cases. And so when I'm working with my clients, I can tune into your energy and know exactly what chakras you have blocked and help you identify why, so we can clean the mess and prevent it from getting blocked again. So it's pretty cool. So once you do that, then your vibration is free to rise. It's free to go up to as high as you allow yourself to go. And so with Mindset Now, you can work on your basement and your ceiling. And it's how low would you go before you do something about whatever is not working in your life? And what would you allow in your life to come? So for example, right, if you are in an abusive relationship, it could be at work, it doesn't have to be personal, right? Where your employer maybe is not very nice to you, or, maybe a friend takes advantage of you, or maybe your partner or spouse. That means that your basement is pretty low. You don't have enough self-esteem or self-worth to be able to say, enough is enough, I am worthy, and I deserve to be treated better, right? So now we use techniques to raise that basement. And we use self-love. I like to say that self-love is the foundation of any transformation, of any change that needs to happen in your life. It's like the matter that lets the information that I'm giving you and the energy, the light that's coming to you, be able to flow and go into every part of your body. And so because I am so passionate about self-love, in fact, I wrote a book about it, so I'm going to say I'm an expert. I have created a self-love challenge. And I'm super, super, super excited to share this with you, because it includes, number one, a self-love energy healing. And what this self-love energy healing is going to do is I am going to go specifically and remove all the blocks in your heart chakra. If you haven't noticed, your heart is where you're manifesting from. Your heart is the organ in your body that's capable of producing emotions that put your vibration out there. So with your heart chakra block, nothing will really be able to get you to where you want to go. And even when you think your heart chakra is not blocked, trust me, it's always blocked, because it's layers of an onion. So we can always keep working on that. This energetic healing is going to be live, but also as any of my healings, you can always listen to it later. And then with all my expertise about self-love, because when I realized that I needed to love myself more, I study it, I embody it, I practice it. I wrote the book that healed me. And so I'm going to take all that and I'm going to create 28 days bite-sized lessons. Super short, because who has time to, watch an hour a day? 5-7 minutes every day with the key things that you need to know about self-love. So now let's talk about self-love for a second, because this is what happens. Most people think that they love themselves. But what example did you have about self-love? If you had a mom that actually practiced self-love, I have to say you are one of the very luckiest, because generationally speaking, women never took time to practice self-love. I thought I loved myself, but I always was ashamed or felt guilty for doing anything for myself. I remember when my son was born, I got a massage certificate, and to get like an hour massage, not even like a long one, an hour massage. And I was literally crying on the massage table for 60 minutes because I was feeling so guilty about not being with my son, who was 8 weeks old and perfectly capable to be with his dad. And so those are the things that you need to look like. When is the last time you actually took time to do what you need to do? When is the last time that you actually did something that you really wanted to do without actually thinking like, well, I can't because I have to do this. I have to be a mom. I have to be a wife. I have to be something for someone else. And so most of us didn't have an example of self-love. And so how do you learn it? You did it, right? You think you love yourself, but you love yourself what's allowed in society. So anyways, I'm going to teach you how to love yourself. And there's 4 steps, and I have divided it in 28 bite-sized lessons. I'm also going to do midway through it a new moon healing, because with the power of new moon, you can seal the magic of self-love into your energy and the new beginnings. And I am also adding a sound bath healing recording that I channel specifically for self-love. So it's all there. And so when you add the value of all that, it's a couple $100. $297 is what it costs, but it's only going to be $27. And you will be able to listen to it, to watch it, to embody it, to learn it forever. So it's going to be yours forever. So I have put the link in the comments for Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and I will actually, if you're on Instagram or TikTok, the link is in my profile, since I don't want to say the big word before we get shut down. So that's how you get it. And many people already have jumped into and got it. And so the live healing is going to be February 1st. But again, you don't have to participate live. I have gone in so many testimonials of people getting the lives, the effects of the healings after the fact. This is what you need to do to be able to feel the healing. You need to be in a meditative space without distractions. Now, this is what I know about energy healings. You don't have to feel a thing for it to work. It is working at an energetic level. And it will depend on how connected you were when you were listening or energetically connecting to the healing of how much you actually will feel. But it might be that you actually just feel tired, or maybe you get a headache. Those are all signs that the healing actually took place. So here you have it. This is how energy work will help you break through your limiting beliefs, because it cleans the pipe completely, right? And when you clean your limiting beliefs, there is absolutely nothing out of reach for you. I am a firm believer of this. I am a perfect example that this works. And I have guided so many clients through this transformation myself. So I can't wait for you to change your life with the power of self-love, energy, and mindset. And I'm so happy that you were here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.